Hello guys, welcome back. Now here in this session, we'll talk about alternative reconciliation account. Some of you might have heard about this topic. So anyway, I'll explain what is the use of this alternative reconciliation account and in which cases it is going to be used. Anyone is having any idea guys about this one? Can say something in few words. People who have already taken training earlier. Anybody want to contribute something about this one? So no worry guys, I'll explain the things. So generally, let's suppose we are having, we are in account payable, right? So say for example, we are having different kind of vendors, two different kind of vendors, okay? That is like manufacturing vendor and service vendor. I'll let you know what is the logic behind this. There is answer from Venus. So is that consolidated? So it's okay, dear, but the question was different actually. Anyway, I'll explain here. So now, see, manufacturing vendor and service vendor, right? Manufacturing vendor in the sense, there are certain vendors from where we are going to buy the raw materials. Tata Motor is going to buy, or any, whatever your company is there is going to buy certain raw material to produce whatever the end product is there, right? So those vendors are coming from manufacturing, or you can say manufacturing. Instead of that, we can say material vendor. Material vendor and service vendor. Okay. So don't look at the spellings and all, guys. Okay. So material vendor and service vendor. So material vendor, pretty simple, guys. We are going to buy the raw material from this vendor. Service vendor. Service vendor means we are buying the services from those vendor, right? Now, services means we all know, like let's suppose if Tata Motor is taking any kind of audit related services, we have invited certain auditor. That auditor belongs to a particular audit firm. So that firm is going to be treated as a service vendor. Tata Motor corporate office is there, the entire building or entire campus itself they have taken on lease, on rent. So every month we are receiving invoice from that particular vendor. That is again, in the sense a particular builders, right? So that is service vendor. Uh, Whatever the plant is there, right? Plant maintenance related. Let's suppose some what do you say engineers they have invited from a different firm. So that firm is also giving services, right, to Tata Motor. So that is also service vendor. So likewise, various several vendors are there who is providing services. Several vendors are there who is delivering material. Okay. Now, what is the requirement, guys? The requirement is Tata Motors says that I want to see separately that what is our total outstanding amount. In the sense, we want to see total payable separately for material vendor and separately for service vendor. Okay. So here what is happening, guys? In that case, what is happening? We are going to set up two different reconciliation accounts. So we are going to set up two different reconciliation. Whatever material vendors are there, right? Those material vendors, while creation of material vendor, we are going to assign this material related reconciliation account. Now, service vendor, we are having another reconciliation account for service vendor, right? So this is how what is happening. Whatever invoices are getting posted for this vendor, it is going to be for the all vendor, right? This is going to be updated against this reconciliation account, right? And whatever invoices we have posted for service vendor is going to be updated against this reconciliation account, right? Okay. Hopefully my voice will be clear, guys. Uh, the voice is a bit slow, you know very well. So if any issues are there, you just post a message here. Okay. There is a message from Ajaz. Yes. Yes means it's fine or not fine. Okay, good. So now, okay. So this is how, if you have to find out like what is the consolidated balance we are going to check, right? That everyone knows. So what is the overall payable per material vendor? We are going to check the balance of this reconciliation account. Overall payable for service vendor, simply we are going to check this reconciliation account, right? Now, so everything is fine. Where is the problem, guys? There is a problem that we are having another vendor called H. That H was a material vendor. Now, later on, Tata Motors started getting even services also from this vendor. So now what is happening, guys? It's become material vendor also, and it becomes service vendor also, right? It's become material vendor also, and become service vendor also. So here is the problem. What is the problem, guys? The problem is that while creation of vendor master, right? Which reconciliation account do we need to assign? This one or this one? Can anybody tell me, guys, which reconciliation account we are supposed to assign? This one or this one? Anyone tell me? Or both? So, okay. So now there is no answer. That means you all are confused. Anyway, guys, so in this case, there is a problem. Let's suppose I have assigned this reconciliation account, right? So we have received, okay. So now overall, if you check, the balance is 25K. And here the balance is, let's suppose, 18K. Now we have received, for this one, we have received one invoice, material invoice, worth of 5K. And we have received one service invoice worth of 4K. So since material reconciliation account, right? This reconciliation account we have assigned. So 4 plus 5, 9K is going to be updated here, right? And overall balance will be, overall balance will be 34K, right? But actually it was supposed to be how much, guys? 30K here and 18 plus 4, 22K here. So since we have assigned material reconciliation account here in the vendor, so that is why even if any invoice related to service, right, is going to receive, that service invoice is also getting posted against this year, and vice versa. Say, for example, we have changed the reconciliation account and we made this one. Okay. In that case, what is happening? This material invoice, now it is going to be posted here. So 9K, right? So it is going to be total 27K here. So in both cases, what is happening, guys? There is a problem. Okay. So in order to meet such kind of requirement, right? What kind of requirement, guys? As I said, that I'm having a particular vendor. Not only particular vendor, guys, multiple vendors will be there. So I'm having some vendor which belongs to this category also and this category also. It means for this vendor, from this vendor we are buying material also, we are buying services also. Since we have two different reconciliation account and a single vendor is there, and we all know that in vendor master we can assign only one reconciliation account, whereas we receive multiple invoices, some invoice for material, some invoice for service. So in vendor master, since you can assign only one reconciliation account, and let's suppose you have given material reconciliation account, so even if the service invoices also come and if those invoices are going to be posted against this vendor, then what is happening, guys? In that case, what is happening, guys? It is going to be, the invoice is going to be updated against this reconciliation, right? Okay. Now, so in order to meet such kind of requirement, we are having an option called alternative reconciliation account. So generally what happens, guys? See, I'll tell you the concept which I'm explaining here. It's very, very, very simple concept, right? If you see practically, you'll come to know this is one of the easiest process. But the thing is, everything, guys, I'll tell you, everything is easy. Nothing is difficult, right? The only thing is, if you know properly, then it's going to be easy. If you don't know anything about that, then everything is going to be difficult, right? So if you know about this process, somebody is going to ask, will give certain scenario, right? Which kind of scenario will be given by people, guys, during interview? Exactly the scenario which I'm explaining here. Simply you can say what to do. So let me open the SAP. I'll show you here. Okay, so I think here is my configurations. Okay, give me a second, guys. Okay, so go to FP60 and here your company code is TM33, right? I think this is the vendor and give a particular amount, give a ZL account. Okay, press enter. So if you click here details, look at here guys, the reconciliation account appear here. Okay, so now say for example, go to FS level 0. Now, say for example, we are having material account. Generally, it was supposed to be created later, but just for the sake of experiment, I'm going to set up material account. Okay, remaining everything will be as it is. Just save it. And then we have service. Service means rent or fee, whatever it is going to be treated as service account, right? Now, then you should be having 2GL for reconciliation, right? So here account payable, service, just save it. And this one, edit and make it account payable material. Just save it. If you refresh here, so now material and service, right? Say for example, we are having this vendor itself. This vendor itself. Okay. This vendor is supplying material and services both. In this vendor master, what is happening, guys? We have assigned this reconciliation account. Now, what is happening? You just go to FP60 once again. Okay. So let's suppose we are posting service related here. Service related entry. Press and click on details. Look at here, guys. The reconciliation which we have assigned, that is material account. So somehow, if we are able to change the GL account here, then our problem is going to be solved, right? So what will happen, guys? Look at here. Now there is one more thing. There is one more thing. What is that? So this field, this particular field, okay. So this particular field is having control somewhere, right? Till now, what we know? Till now, we know that whatever transactions are getting posted, so those transaction fields will be controlled by field status variant, posting key, right? And even document type as well. Document type only two fields are only going to be controlled by document type. Okay. Now, even this field will be controlled by GL account directly. You click here, material GL is there. You edit and you apply a check mark here. Reconciliation account ready for input. Now this time I'll explain that. So if you apply a check mark here, reconciliation account ready for input, guys. Now what will happen? You'll just come back here. Now this field is going to be converted from non-editable to editable. What is the logic behind reconciliation account ready for input in GL account, guys? The field itself says that, see, you click on edit option. I'll tell you. Okay. Here, I think we don't have. Okay, document type is not appearing. Click on edit option and document type. Okay. So display with short name. Save it. So what is happening, guys? Document type is appearing, but only in display mode. If you need to change the document type, then this is not possible. How it is possible? Once again, you need to click on edit option and you need to click on here, document type ready for input. Document type ready for input means, it means now you can change the document type. Instead of KR, let's suppose KZ. But again, different setting. The KZ is having different setting, guys, of course, because this is invoice we are posting. KZ is having some different setting, that is why system will not accept. But still, if you want to copy the KR document type, right, and if you create a different document type, that will be accepted by system here. So document type ready for input means pretty simple. Ready for input means you can put any document type as input here, right? In the same way, reconciliation account ready for input means now here this field is going to be changed as it will be converted. It is going to be editable, and you can put a different reconciliation account here. Now I'll show you. Just now I have made the changes, right? So we'll put the details. Okay, just press enter. We'll put the amount later. Look at here, guys. Now this field become editable. So even GL account is also controlling a field here. Only one, that is reconciliation. Reconciliation field, where it is getting control, guys. It is getting control from GL master directly. Okay. So instead of that, so now it is material, right? Now what we have to do? We need service. So we have created GL number 2001. But the problem is, look at here, reconciliation account 2001 or sort key 00 is not permitted. This is a bit confusing here, the error. Okay, sort key 00 is not permitted. Don't look at this. Here, simply reconciliation account 2001 is not permitted. Right? So why it is not permitted, guys? So we have to make one additional steps. Okay, reconciliation account is 2000, right? So there is another configuration where what is happening, guys? Where you have to link this 2000 with 2001, 2000 with 2001. So what is the meaning of this, guys? I'll show you first of all in configuration itself. Better to explain. So use SPRO, guys. I forgotten the configuration path itself, and even transaction code. I don't know which transaction code it is. Let me check through path. Okay, where it is. Let me check in account receivable payable, vendor account, business transaction. Right. Then what? Master data. Preparation for
Posting with alternate GL account.
Where?
In business transaction. under business transaction.
Did we get that option? Where it is
Yes, sir.
there?
Posting with alternative reconciliation. Posting with alternate.
Here. Here, right? Define alternative reconciliation account, right? So if I click here, I think it is saying the same thing, right? Yes, yes. And are we having here also option or what? No, this is a different. This is a different one. Yes. This there is something I have to explain, but later, and I'll explain. Don't worry, one by one. Okay. So now here, yes. So posting with alternative reconciliation account. Okay. You click here. Give your chart of account. Okay. Now click on the inventory. So here, first of all, GL account 2000. An alternative GL account, right? So here what is happening, guys? I said that first of all the GL account was 2000 only, right? This was the GL account. Click on details. So by default, this is the GL account, right? So against this GL account, what is the alternative account which can be updated? That we have to assign here. So I'm going to make it 2001. And if you save it, then what is happening, guys? Now you go for FB60 and you post a if you post a transaction or else you check directly here whether we are able to. So now from 2000, you can make it 2001. What is happening, guys? Okay, real account must be marked as a ready for input. It means I forgotten one more thing. So both real account must be having this setting. Reconciliation account ready for input. Now, if you press enter, yes, then we can change it, right? Now, I'll tell you, there is create one more session and go to XK0 and here TM33, let's suppose service, okay, or is let's suppose Alpha Limited. This is a vendor, and from this vendor, mainly we are buying their services. Services means 2001. That's it. Just save it. So it is 448, right? Now, so we're buying their services. Just go to 448. Now, so from this vendor, mainly we are buying services. That is why service reconciliation account I have given. Now, after some time, Tata Motors started buying even certain quantity of a particular material also. Then what to do, guys? So while posting the material invoice, service invoice is coming into picture. So we are going to make it 2000 and press enter. Now system is throwing error. Why system is throwing error, guys? What to do then?
Hi,
So
sir,
we have to
Venus
do
this
the
side.
same configuration.
Okay. What you said, Venus?
Sir, in this case, as you have told earlier, that we need to assign the same way which you have done in GL account, defining alternative reconciliation account. The same way we will do. We will, yeah, in this.
Here. Here what to do?
So here we will assign in GL main. We will put 2001
Okay.
and alternative 2000. And I
Yes.
think in ID we need to specify specific vendor.
No. 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 So I'll explain. Don't worry. So it's pretty simple, guys. Yes, the logic. Even not only you, even one more answer I received, right? So you all. It's pretty simple now. This time, what is happening, guys? The main reconciliation account is 2000. Sorry, 2001, right? And so, what is the alternative one? So 2001 is going to be replaced by 2000, right? So that assignment also supposed to be done. Main is 2001 and alternative is 2000, right? So now you tell me, guys, let's suppose I'm having three reconciliation account: 2000, 2001 and 2002. Someone tell me then how the assignment will happen. Pretty simple, right?
Hello.
Jafar, yeah, tell me.
Uh, for that we need to do 6 combinations, sir.
2000, then 2001, right? Again 2000,
Yes, sir.
then 2002, right? Likewise, again 2001
Yes.
and 2000, 2002, right? So total 6 combinations supposed to be there, guys, right? So likewise, if multiple reconciliation account doesn't mean that 40, 50 reconciliation account will be there, guys. Reconciliation account means less number of reconciliation accounts will be there, either 2 or 3, right? Like that. So generally what happened? This is how it is going to happen. So here what happened? We have assigned, you save it. Now this time what is happening? You guys can post the transaction, you can check it. That is not a big deal, right? So now FP60. Click on details, look at here, the ID table field. Now make it 2000. Press that. It got changed, right? So this is how what is happening, guys. Reconciliation accounts are going to be changed. There is another thing called ID. This reconciliation ID. Let's suppose. So generally what happened in real time, people will have the GL code is 10-digit number. Let's suppose this is the GL code. Okay, 3 and 3, 6 and 1, 7 and 8. This is the GL code, right? And likewise, another reconciliation account is this one. Okay, so generally what is happening, guys, it is very difficult to remember the GL account. Here first, 4-digit I have maintained, that is why you guys are able to remember, right? But in real time, how it is possible to remember a 10-digit GL code, guys? It's very difficult. Might be people may remember 1 or 2 or 3 GL code, which they are using on regular basis, right? It's not that people will be able to remember 20 or 30 or 40 GL codes, right? So generally, in that case, what happens? So this is the material and this is for service, right? So in this case, what is happening, guys? How the assignment is happening? This is the main, and then alternative will be this one, and vice versa. Okay. Okay. So now guys, you have a look. So this is material. So material is going to be, see here, this is material, right? Double two and double three. Material is going to be replaced by service. So for service, I'm going to give a code S. This is service and it is supposed to be replaced by material. I'm going to give a code M. This is the logic. Here, material is going to be replaced by service reconciliation account, give S. And service reconciliation account is going to be replaced by material, give M. Save it. Now what will happen guys? So, need not to remember. Now, this is material supposed to be replaced by service. Instead of giving GL account, you just give that code and press enter. Okay. It is not being accepted. Why? Because I think we have to refresh the screen and then click here. So, service, right? Service supposed to be replaced by material. Press M. Look at here. The moment you give M, automatically material reconciliation account is there, right? And vice versa. That is what the user reconciliation, this account ID. So what will happen guys? I'll come back here. So generally what happen, if someone asks that, let's suppose we are maintaining two different reconciliation account. One is for material, another one is for service. But I'm having one vendor from where we are going to procure material and services both. So in vendor master, we have given material reconciliation account. Now here the problem is, when I receive the service invoices, the service invoices also going to hit material reconciliation account itself. So if the management is going to have a look on the report that what is the overall payable for services, then certain service invoice which was supposed to be updated in service reconciliation account, that is updated in material reconciliation account. Why? Because with that vendor, from that vendor we are buying services and material both. So you tell me, what is the perfect solution for this one as a SAP consultant? So in that case, you have to say it's pretty simple. SAP has already given an option called alternative reconciliation account. So what we have to do in alternative reconciliation account, we are going to link the main reconciliation account with alternative reconciliation account. If the people ask which one is the main reconciliation account and which one is the alternative reconciliation account. So guys, the reconciliation account which is assigned to the vendor master is going to be treated as a main reconciliation account. And the reconciliation account which is supposed to be replaced, that reconciliation account which is, see, the main means vendor master, right? And that other one which is going to replace the main one is called alternative reconciliation account, right? So first of all, what we have to do while transaction posting, reconciliation account also appears, right? So generally what we have to do, first of all, we have to convert that field from display mode to editable mode, right? So for that, in GL account, what is happening? We are having option called reconciliation account ready for input. So against both reconciliation account, what you have to do, you have to apply a check mark, reconciliation account ready for input. So this is how what is happening while posting the transactions. Whatever reconciliation account is there, that field is going to be converted into editable field, right? And then another small setting we have to do, that is, we have to specify the main reconciliation account, and against that, whatever alternative reconciliation account supposed to be updated, those GL account, that alternative reconciliation account also supposed to be assigned against the main reconciliation account. I'm talking about this configuration. So main reconciliation account and alternative reconciliation account must be interlinked. And once it is done, then while transaction posting, user will be able to change the reconciliation account. Okay, so this is what the concept behind alternative reconciliation account. See, I'll tell you guys, if you understand the concept, right, then it's pretty simple to answer the question. If somebody says, can we assign two reconciliation account against a particular vendor, right? So what will happen? Everybody will say, no, it is impossible. How can we assign two different reconciliation account against a single vendor, right? But what about you people, guys? No, you are not going to answer in this way. Okay, you have to say that yes, it is possible. Actually, in vendor master, we cannot assign two reconciliation account. In vendor master, we can assign only one reconciliation account. However, SAP has given another functionality called alternative reconciliation account functionality. With the help of this alternative reconciliation account, we are having options that we can maintain multiple reconciliation account for a particular vendor. And at the time of invoice posting, whichever reconciliation account supposed to be user, it depends upon user. So whichever reconciliation account supposed to be updated, that reconciliation account is going to be entered by user at the time of transaction posting, and it can be the transaction can be posted. Isn't it? So this is how people will come to know that yes, you have the knowledge of process. Okay. So this is all about alternative reconciliation account, guys. That's all this is.